Identity is an important thing, and a lot of times I think it is given a little bit too much importance because as humans, we have questions. We have questions about where we come from, why we're here, what our purpose is, and we ask these things as a whole, you know, about the human race, but we also ask these things about ourselves, and it is the answer that never comes. It is the question that never gets answered. So therefore, as individuals, we do what we can to cope with that. And that means breaking ourselves up into little tiny shards and putting those shards, like Horcruxes, we're all basically Voldemort, into things and into aesthetics and music and saying, this is what makes up my identity. And when that changes, which it naturally does, because people change, things change, it can be hard to let go of that. So I'm gonna try my best to fight against that feeling, and I'm gonna reset myself and reset my life. Welcome to the Identity Diaries. I know exactly how we're gonna start because I have been wanting to take this down for days and I have been waiting for this video to do so. So come on! Sayonara to the Urban Outfitters vines. Another way that I like to reset is resetting my body, and I have not been working out like I should be, and I can feel it in here. So 3 days of workouts, let's go. I've taken the past 2 days to kind of rest and recollect myself a little bit, but it's time to get back into this reset. What I really want to tackle today is my car. My car is full of little knickknacks from past eras of mine and things that like I put in here just to kind of liven the space up, but I'm really looking to sell this car soon and get a new one, and I kind of just want to get prepared for that. I want to clean it out. I've got a lot of stuff in my trunk that I need to get out and take to Goodwill and stuff, and I need to clean in here a little bit. So let's just jump right into it. Just finished cleaning out my car and I took a minute to collect myself because I was very hot and sweaty. I have 2 bags with me right now. Trash and books that I'm gonna be donating. There were also some clothing items back there that I'm gonna show you guys a little bit later because I'm gonna actually clean out my closet in this video. As for trash, I mean, really I just had a bunch of like used composition books from past school semesters, but I mean like the pearls off of my rearview mirror that broke off and then I put back on, trash. The other jewelry, like necklaces that I had on there, I am keeping though. But as for the books that I am unhauling, let's go through them, shall we? And discuss really briefly why I'm unhauling them. First, we have The North Wind by Alexandra Warwick. I looked up a few weeks ago like Beauty and the Beast retellings because I've been really into Beauty and the Beast lately. I've always loved that story, and I was trying to keep myself from just rereading ACOTAR, and I wanted to read something new. And I came across this one. It said it was a book talk recommendation. That should have been my red flag. This just wasn't for me. Next, we have Dance of Thieves. This is a book I read several years ago, and I just remember being very unimpressed. Maybe it just wasn't the right time. I don't know. I know this is really popular, but I don't see myself ever picking this back up. Next up is a book that I just read. It's The Good Girl Complex. This just also wasn't for me. I felt like the main female character was she was just girl bossing a little too close to the sun for me. She was like simultaneously a tech bro, a hotel manager, and someone who could fix a roof in a hurricane. And it didn't make sense to me. So, next up we have a book called The Iron King. I read this a few years ago, and I just also remember feeling like it just was a little too young for me. And so in my mind, there's just no point in keeping books in my collection that I didn't enjoy. Like anything really that was a 3-star read or below, I don't need to keep it, because I'm never gonna read it again, and someone else could get more enjoyment out of it than I did. That's pretty much the same story for this book, Never Fall for Your Fiancé. I read this early last year, and it just wasn't my thing. And lastly, we have Love Theoretically. The one thing that has had me holding on to this book for so many years is how hot this dude is on the cover, this cartoon man. But yeah, I pretty much just didn't like it. Those, are all the books that I'm unhauling, all of my trash. This book sack is going back in my trunk, and I will take it to Goodwill when I take my clothes. Someday this week, I don't know when. So, I just watched this video and I'm feeling kind of inspired. So, as part of this reset video, I'm going to align myself, I guess, with what I want for my future. And that is to make YouTube full-time. Because I love making videos, I love editing videos, and I always have. And so it would be so cool to be able to call this my job. And so I'm gonna sit down and focus and build my brand. Which sounds a little bit crazy and a little bit unbelievable that I even have the ability to do that. So thank you for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos and supporting me. But without further ado, let's open up Pinterest. A little bit later now. I showered, did some makeup, had a little interview for an internship actually, which feels crazy because this is only like episode 4 of this series, and in the first episode I was talking about how I just feel aimless and purposeless and I'm just gonna apply to everything, and things are crazy. The moment you decide to make a change and actually stick to it is the moment life changes, actually. Hence me kind of going on this little mission today of really honing in on the brand for this channel, and this is kind of what I've come up with for the board so far. This is just, honestly, I just feel like who I am as a person, and it's really how I want my videos to feel and how I want them to look, and just kind of the essence I want you to be surrounded by when you watch my videos. And I feel like in a way, this is sort of the antithesis of my channel. I think that branding yourself is a really toxic move. However, I think if you can do that in an authentic way, if you're not trying to be something else, trying to be something you're not, I think it feels more natural and easy and fun. And that's really what I'm trying to come to grips with, you know? I used to love making videos and I used to love editing videos. And the other day I was going through old videos that I have privated on this channel because I needed footage for one that I was editing. And I just noticed that there was so much more character in those videos. And so much, I remember having more fun filming and editing them instead of being so passive. I just feel like I've noticed a pattern that has built up in my life recently where I am just very complacent and passive, and I just wait for things to happen, and I just wait to figure out who I am instead of going out and finding that for myself. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do by really upping the branding of this channel. Is if I want this to be my life, if I want to make videos for you guys for as long as you'll have me, and I want to keep growing this channel and keep spreading what I feel is an important message, then I need to do it. I need to stop waiting for the light bulb. I need to make the light bulb turn on. So that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I think it's an important thing to feature in this particular video. Hello everyone, I am meeting you in my closet today. I intended to do this yesterday, but ended up having a very stressful day. A lot is changing in my life right now, and they're changes that I never thought that I would make. And they're really out of my comfort zone, and I'm afraid it's the wrong choice, but I'll just stop beating around the bush because I've decided I'm gonna make another video and I'm gonna post it before this. But I just got an internship, and it's a social media internship, and I'm feeling better today. I'm feeling more positive about it, excited, and curious to see what happens, and excited to film my entire experience. But that's not the point of right now. Right now, the point is that I'm going to continue getting rid of all the things that social media made me buy, and that's time to clean out my closet. It's time to go through all the items, tell you why I bought them in the first place, and then put them in this trash bag. And we're gonna take them to Goodwill. First things first is this shiny silver skirt from White Fox. It looks beautiful on camera. I wore this to the Eras tour in April of 2023. I did a folklore mirror ball themed outfit, but I'm never gonna wear this again. I felt like I was gonna expose myself all night. It was very uncomfortable. So it's time to let go of this, I fear. Next is this shirt that I bought in my 70s phase. I would genuinely keep this, but it's too small for me, and every time I even slightly move, it rides all the way up to my rib cage. Next is this sweater that I thrifted in my I'm really quirky and I dress like a grandma phase, which is simultaneous with I'm buying this because I think it would make me desirable to a man like Harry Styles. And the same goes for this satin looking blue button-up. Then we have this little green number that I wore a lot in my cottagecore phase. It's cute, I still like it, but I just think I've grown out of it a little bit, so. And then I got this black leather vest that I purchased to wear to a Harry Styles concert because I wanted to do a black version of the pink leather that he wore at Coachella with the cherries bedazzled on his booty. Didn't end up doing that. And now I'm finally parting with this, which, yeah, that's Spider-Man. This is the back. I used to love this shirt, and I used to wear it and pretend it was Tom Holland's. So I'm finally parting ways. Love you. These little guys I bought last summer because even though I wasn't on social media last summer, my Pinterest was still overtaken by the gingham shorts trend. Never dress for trends, guys. That's kind of the same reason I have this dress. This screams, I feel like 2020, 2021. And you'd be correct. That's when I bought it and that's when I wore it. Haven't worn it since. Then we have this shirt that I got from Etsy. Girl Almighty is what it says, because that used to be my favorite One Direction song, but I never wore this because it was see-through and I couldn't think of anything to wear under it. So I bought this sweater because it looked like one that Harry Styles wore. Next, I have some actual Harry Styles merch. This is from my Love on Tour show. This I just bought. And then I have Pleasing sweatshirt. I'm not getting rid of these things, but I did take them out of my closet because they're using hangers and taking up space. And I think what I'm gonna do is just fold these up and put them in a bin with all of my other concert merch and kind of fan memorabilia that I don't want to get rid of because one day I want to have them to give and show to my children. Next we have this navy cardigan, which actually comes from my Tom Holland phase. Anyone who knows me knows that I wore this all the time, and I've just been holding on to it. I'm smelling it like I'm gonna smell the memories, but it's time to get rid of this. It's time to let things go, even though it's hard. And then we have this pink shirt from my cottagecore phase as well. I don't even need to speak on this. But that is everything that I'm getting rid of. My closet feels so much lighter and also so much more intentional. And I'm excited about that.
All the way down.
Hi everyone! Today is day something of this challenge. It's not really a challenge, it's just me kind of clearing out my life, making new decisions, and preparing to move forward. And I wanted to show you guys a couple things. So here is the completed journal that I was working on yesterday with Madison. I think it's so cute. Junk journaling is new to me, and I think it's gonna be a new hobby, and it's something I can't wait to continue, something I can't wait to keep doing in future videos. So that is what I did yesterday, and you're probably like, well, Jillian, how is just hanging out with a friend and going shopping part of your reset? It just is. Seeing my friends and hanging out with people I love, that's a reset for me. That helps me get back into my mode, and it inspires me to be able to do more things like that in the future. But as for today's reset, I just got home from a little shopping spree, another one, this time with my grandmother. And she took me out and helped me pick out some things for my office that I'm getting as part of my new job. There's just so much newness going on. New semester, new job, new internship, new mindset, new era for this channel. It's a lot. That's why we're resetting. But I wanted to give you guys a little haul. I only bought a few things because I haven't seen the office yet, and I don't want to spend all my money on office decor, you know, like it'll be a slow building process. So first and best is this lamp that I got from Marshall's. I saw one similar to this in TJ Maxx yesterday with Madison, but I didn't get it because I was one-track mind. I was like, I don't have anywhere in my room to put that, and if only I had my own apartment, then I could buy it and put it somewhere and it would be beautiful. But then I got home and realized you have an office now. You could put it in there. So because Madison and I don't live in the same town, I had to just make do with what I could find here. And though this is slightly different than the one I saw yesterday, it's gonna do the trick, baby. Let's plug her in. It's really bright. Expelliarmus, wait. Lumos. I think it's beautiful. Oh, I just feel like some fantasy music needs to be playing. Like some really intense fantasy music, like the prophecy has been fulfilled. Anyway, so I got that, and I'm really, really excited. I'm just gonna leave that on because I just really love it. Then I got, the rest of this stuff is from Home Goods. I got this clock, which doubles as a mirror. Hello guys. I need to put batteries in it. I got this picture frame. It's really cute. It's kind of vintage looking, and the back, the little stand, is a butterfly. Is this little pot that my grandma found. So on one side we have Pride and Prejudice. On the other we have Wuthering Heights. And then the side, it's all books, and Little Women is one of them. The only one out of these books that I haven't read is Wuthering Heights, so I'm thinking I need to add that to my to-do list. And I'm reading Little Women right now, and Pride and Prejudice I read last year. I'm thinking I should reread. I remember when I did read it, I was horrified because I was like, oh my god, I'm Elizabeth Bennet. That's really concerning. Elizabeth Bennet, Jo March girls. Shake hands! Guys, welcome to the new office. We're about to start setting it up, so this should be fun. Office, guys. I keep banging and hitting things, and people are probably like, what the heck's going on in there? Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna end this video here, and thank you for watching. This video, a lot has changed in my life, very unexpectedly, since I started filming this video, which I think kind of makes it the perfect end. The fact that I started this video in one place and have ended it in another. I started it with a bunch of old knickknacks thrown about everywhere in my life from like past eras, and literally just like, I don't want to say nothing going for me, but just I was in my comfort zone. That's a better way to word it. And since I've been making moves to progress forward over the past 2 weeks by getting rid of things that I just don't need anymore, getting rid of things that don't represent me anymore, cleaning out my spaces, taking care of myself, pushing myself to do things that are maybe out of my comfort zone, I have officially stepped outside of the boat and I am swimming amongst the sharks. This video was, I started filming it before and kind of during I got the social media internship that I discussed in last week's video. And so even though this is kind of the first video you guys are gonna see after that, but this is just kind of the beginning, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who commented such nice things on that video. The whole reason I even made that video is because I just always want to be forthcoming and truthful with you guys, and the last thing I wanted was for you to just come across one of my TikToks on your FYP and be like, this lying girl, it's crazy. No, but anyway, I don't want to yap too much, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you next week. So yeah, love you, bye.